Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Kansas City Royals. Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. He's able to carry that momentum over to today. We're in for a show on MLB The Show.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Cole Ragans. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Ready to go now, Nolan Shotwell now at the plate. And that's how this series begins. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Ball two.
Next pitch is outside. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
On a line out towards center. Takes it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Here's Trout. And Chris, one of the trends that we've seen over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, teams are trying to build their lineup more efficiently and usually putting their best hitter number 2, like Mike Trout. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Top of the first, just getting started here in Kansas City. Goes down looking. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach Neto. And there it is. Keeps it rolling in this one, Singy.
Oh, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Joe Adell. Good power, not great in the OBP department. This one in the air center field. Isbell settles under this one. And that's the third out. So one hit is all they get, and now the Royals will get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, today's starting pitcher, Alek Manoah. How about a scouting report on him?
Yeah, but last time out, got into the 4th inning. The key to his success today, he's got to throw first pitch strikes, get ahead in the count. I think that'll get him into position to qualify for a win.
Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals.
Off the plate.
And there's a ball. To third, Moncada. Throw to first is in time. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And a big factor for them in recent games, Starling Marte.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Bobby Witt Jr., batting with one down, takes a strike.
Ball one.
Witt with a homer in his last game. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move.
Inside.
Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
The 1-0. Fought off foul. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Stays alive. 1-2 here. Hit on the ground to the right side. And he can't come up with it. The tag, and he's out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Foul ball there. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That's outside. And a count even 1-1. Grounds one to short. Over to first. Third out. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. So in now for the Angels, Jorge Soler. And a foul ball. Singy, he's leading the way at the moment with the most home runs in the league. Here comes the 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here comes Yoán Moncada. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. 0-1. No score here in the second. And a big swing and a miss.
That's the ball.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
1 out, man at first. Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. In the air to left center. Isbell should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Batting 8, the second baseman.
Christian Moore getting ready to hit. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Soler coming home. He'll score easily. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Josh Lowe, the next to hit for the Angels. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Man on second, 2 down. And he hits a ground ball right side. The throw to first.
Out of there.
They limit the damage here. Angels get one on this double. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. This is Angels baseball on the show, LA. Back here in Kansas City, we head to the bottom of the second. Starling Marte steps in for the Royals.
Ball, no.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Out to short, Neto. Throw to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And now it's Kyle Isbell. He was 1 for 4 back on Wednesday. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Adele on the move. And there's 2 down.
Batting seventh, the third baseman.
Down here is Michael Garcia. Garcia wrapped out 4 hits in his last game.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
High fly ball right field. Adele settles underneath it, and that is that. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Schanuel. On the ground, right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire
Easy,
over,
there, he's
but
safe.
it's not in time. Base hit.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick in the glove. Might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, you're going to have to work around that error.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Caught looking his first time up. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Whip for 1. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels.
Yeah.
Two down, nobody on. That clips a corner.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That misses. Ball one.
Ball.
Outside with a breaking ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the Angels.
Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now batting Joe Adell. He's 0 for 1.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man at second. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up at RBI. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. And it stays fair. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Up next for the Angels, the third baseman.
That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Here's a rocket to right field. Should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. And they're up by 4. A 2-run double.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Man at second here with 2 away. Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit. Fly to center his first time.
Ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Bullpen action for the Royals. Lucas Ursig, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Kolek also getting ready. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, here's the Royals' designated hitter, Jonathan India. Manoah back to work.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Out to short, Neto. Throws to first in time.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Nick Lofton.
Nick Lofton steps in for the Royals. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
The 0-2.
Ball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Collins in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. On the ground, Moncada. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Angels 4 and the Royals nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Self-motivation is a virtue, and the lack of that can truly hurt you. It takes us to save us. The money ain't never changed us. We gon' do what we major. Gotta grind till it take all your pain away. It takes us to save us.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Fights it off, he'll see another. In the air, right field. Marte has a beat on it. 1 away.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder.
And up next for Los Angeles, Josh Lowe. This one in the air. Perez under it. 2 away now.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Next to hit, Nolan Schanuel. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground, right side. Lofton tosses to first. That ends the frame. Angels go down 1-2-3, but they lead it 4-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
Junior.
That one fouled off.
Ball.
Witt Jr. is one of only 2 players in AL/NL history to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in each of his first 2 seasons, Boo. The other player, Julio Rodriguez.
Got him swinging.
Well, that's the moneymaker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
So up next, Vinny Pasquantino. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Salvi steps into the box now. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the top of the 5th we go. Angels 4 and the Royals nothing. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Lucas Erceg.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Gets him to chase after that one. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team.
No, off the plate.
That one in there to Mike Trout. Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, we see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Neto in the box again, takes a strike. And the 0-1.
Ball.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7, Joe Adell.
2 down, bases empty. Here's a big power threat. Joe Adell. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And another ball. Two-0.
Hey.
That
Ball
one
3.
missed. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
Up next for the Angels, the designated hitter, Jorge.
Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him. Out number 3. Angels held in check, but they're in front 4-0. back here in Kansas City, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Starling Marte steps in for the Royals.
Well, these Royals just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for him yet.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Isbell, batting with one down, takes a strike. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. The Royals down by 4, last half of inning number 5. Late on that fastball. Next one misses. You're down 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's inside. And that's ball 4.
Take your base. Ball 4.
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Fly to right his first time. So when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way.
Moncada, more for 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Angels 4 and the Royals nothing. Back in the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. And now Jorge Soler.
The designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Angels, the third baseman.
Here is Yoan Moncada.
No.
The 1-0. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. 1 down.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 14, Logan.
1 out, man at first. And now the catcher comes up to him. Logan O'Hoppe. Way out front for strike 2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Good job to fight that one off. Soler over at first with 1 away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Just missed.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Ball.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Now on the bump, Stephen Kolek. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Foul ball.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Up the middle, and that chance handled. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Angels lead 1. They lead 4-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, well, we go bottom 6. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals. Outside, and that's ball 1.
Ball 2.
India not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge, and it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And down on strikes, and there's 1 down. Here's the second baseman, Nick Lofton. Went down on strikes his first time through. And a foul ball. The Angels leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Stays alive. Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that one almost hit him.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Shadowell steps on the bag, so it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. So the Royals batting order turns over. Isaac Collins will hit next, and first offering is fouled off.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And that's a fair ball. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Collins around third. He will score. It's 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Just missed. This one in the air, center field. Trout settles underneath it, and the inning is over. KC gets one on the double. It's now 4-1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Steven Cruz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Mears getting loose as well. Oh, 0-1 now. This one smoked on its way out of here. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is, watch it, I'm going to jog around the bases.
Back to the top of the order, Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-2 now.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from the seat of his pants, and they get the out.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
Here's Mike Trout. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is off the wall. The relay to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So digging in, Zach Neto.
Well, Boog, yet another standout game from him. Quick hands, great balance in the box. You can tell he puts a lot of work in, and it's paying off.
Late swing fouled off. One out, and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7.
Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Trout touches home, and he scores. It's 6-1. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. Well done. Drives in the run. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Steven Kolick done for the night, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
New
Royals,
pitcher now, Nick
number
Mears.
31.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Digging in, Joe Adell. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time.
Up next to the Angels, the designated hitter, Jorge.
And now the DH, Jorge Soler. Late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on this approach.
Swing, and he popped it up. And that is that. Seventh inning stretch time. It's the Angels 6 and the Royals 1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Jack Kahanowitz. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Salvador Perez.
number 13, Salvador Perez.
That's to third. Moncada fires in
You're
time.
out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Starling Marte.
Starling Marte.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Just
Ball.
off
No,
the
that's it.
inside edge. So a
Ball
walk
4.
puts runners at first and second.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, one out. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Jonathan.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Jonathan India at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Royals strand a pair. They trail it 6-1. Back here in Kansas City, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Pitch
Ball.
misses. Ball 1.
Ball.
Ground ball to the right side. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 14, Logan O'Hoppe.
And now it's going to be Logan O'Hoppe. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Ooh, buy that. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Slings to first in time.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Nick Mears won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So the Royals bring on a new arm, Steven Cruz. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels.
Christian Moore.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Swings and misses, and that will end the inning. Angels go quietly there. They lead it though 6-1. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
No, that's a ball.
The 1-1. This one popped up right side. Moore moving under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Royals, the left fielder, number 1, Isaac Collins.
Back to the top of the order now. Isaac Collins steps in for the Royals.
Ball.
And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees.
No,
he is
he's safe.
safe. And that was bang, bang at first. Siggy, that was a close play. And it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame him for wanting to take another look.
Well, they've decided not to challenge it, and so he is safe at first. One down. Here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Ball. No.
And the 1-0.
Ball 2.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Throws to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
This is something that will happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Boog, he doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Pasquantino in the box now. Takes strike one. The Royals trying to get back into this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball.
Really
Inside.
good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Robert to right field, way back, gone. He circles the bases, and they get a few back. It's 6-4. These fans are really excited right now.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Jack Kahanowitz departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Ryan Zephyr-John takes over on the mound. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. The 1-0. Little chopper rolls foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. That one is foul, and he'll see another. 2-2 now. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. The throw in. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Really important at-bat coming up now.
Starling Marte.
Starling Marte up to hit. 1 for 3. but it curls foul. Ben Joyce is forced to the mound after the injury.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner at second here, one gone.
That's a really good take.
On the ground at first. It's in and out of his glove. The underhand flip. Save! It was never going to be easy after the missed play. Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On to run for the Royals. Lane Thomas getting some more speed on the bases. And now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Outfield playing pretty shallow. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Trout on his way over. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. Perez in to score. And now they trail by one.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals.
No, that's the ball.
That's a big run over there at first base. He's got some speed. Let's see if they send it.
That's a strike.
Thomas off the first with two away. Chopped on the ground. Neto. Now the throw to first on the run.
Got him. That's an out.
Got him. And that'll do it. Through 8 full, it's the Angels 6, Royals 5. You're watching Angels baseball on the Show, LA. We go to the ninth. So in now for the Angels, Josh Lowe.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Up the middle, Witt. Fires to first in time.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
So back to the top of the order. And next for LA, Nolan Schanuel. Tap foul at the plate. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. One-run game here at the top of the ninth. Popped up. Pasquantino under it. And there's two away.
Up next for the Angels, the center fielder, number 27, Mike.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mike Trout. 1 for 4 with a double.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Inside, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Check swing, and he went. 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one missed. And they'll do it again. That one misses. Ball 3. Gets a piece and stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Set down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And the Angels are gone in order. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Robert Stevenson.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
India, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Look out, almost got him upstairs. He goes down looking.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Now it's the second baseman, Nick Lofton. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And fouled off. The Halos trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Foul off down the right side. That missed by a lot. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Pulls it in on the run. 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And here is Isaac Collins.
Well, we call that key holding. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing.
Chopper to second. Moore. Save.
Fantastic
Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. There's the strike.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
They're down to their final strike.
Right now, they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Now he launches a throw over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
2 on, 2 outs. Fought off foul. The 0-2. Called out on strikes. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Well, all you want is a chance going to that final frame. They got some base runners, had the tying run at second, the winning run at first, just couldn't come through with the big hit. On the other side, nice job to battle through it, close out the win.